What's a soulmate? It's like a best friend, but more. It's the one person in the world that knows you better than anyone else.
Pen.
Colin!
It's someone who makes you a better person.
I did not know you would be here.
Sorry to disappoint.
Actually, they don't make you a better person. You do that yourself because they inspire you.
Mr. Colin Bridgerton for Miss Thompson.
A soulmate is someone who you can carry with you forever.
Have you seen Miss Thompson?
Colin, I did not meet...
You love him.
What?
No, it makes sense now. Your objections, your meddling. You love Colin Bridgerton.
I have asked Miss Marina Thompson to be my wife, and she has accepted.
Penelope, I did not see you there.
It's the one person who knew you and accepted you and believed in you before anyone else did.
I'm afraid I cannot offer you that dance, Miss Coughlan. I am to escort Miss Featherington to the floor.
Or when no one else would. And no matter what happens, you will always love them.
What will you do when Colin realizes the child is not his?
Your love is an unrequited fantasy. Colin sees you as you are and regards you no differently than he does Eloise. He sees me as a wife.
Lady Crane was right about you.
Lady Crane? What did she say? Colin!
That you cared for me. That you would never forsake me.
Colin!
Nothing can ever change that.
Come with me.
On the 6th of April, in the year 1812, precisely 2 days before her 16th birthday, Penelope Featherington fell in love.
I'm beginning to believe that now.
I owe you an apology. I did not see it at first, but I know you were only trying to prevent me from heartache Miss Thompson.
But Colin Bridgerton certainly
Pardon
didn't
me?
fall in love with her in 1812.
And I was a fool.
You are not a fool. You merely believed yourself in love. One should never apologize for that.
You have always been so constant and loyal, Pen.
Colin, I wish to tell you something.
I have something I wish to tell you as well, Pen.
Pen.
Oh, Colin!
I only wanted to fully understand myself before stepping back into this world.
You've sworn off women, then?
Not for the time being.
I'm leaving. First thing tomorrow morning, I begin my tour. I'm to start in the Mediterranean.
I am a woman.
You are Pen. You do not count.
It was actually you who inspired me. You kept reminding me how much I longed for travel.
You're my friend.
Of course. Your friend. Good luck on your tour.
Penelope Featherington.
The way you were dancing with her looked rather interesting. You courting the girl, Bridgerton?
Ah, are you mad? I would never dream of courting Penelope Featherington. Not in your wildest fantasies, Vi. Pen. It is good to see you.
Is it?
Pen.
Colin.
Penelope Featherington was not the same woman he used to know. Or maybe she was, and he had changed, which made him feel even worse, because if that was the case, then Penelope had been interesting and lovely and kissable years ago, and he hadn't the maturity to notice.
Good night, Mr. Bridgerton.
Do you not need a chaperone?
Spinsters do not need chaperones.
You are not a spinster.
I am in my 3rd year on the marriage mark with no prospects to show for it. What would you call that?
Something wrong? Pen. Between us, I mean. I wrote to you this summer, as I always do. Well, you did not respond. Admittedly, very few did, but if you are going to make me say it out loud, I miss you.
You miss me. You miss me, but you would never court me. Is that correct?
Pen,
I overheard you at my mama's ball last season, telling everyone how you would never, ever court Penelope Featherington.
I'm sorry for intruding. And I'm very sorry for my callous comment here last year.
How do we begin? Or perhaps there is a book I might read on charm.
You saying you want my help after what Lady Whistledown, right?
She has never been more wrong about anyone.
Perhaps we should have thought this somewhere more private.
Because I embarrass you.
I'm not the man I was last season. And I'm most certainly not ashamed of you, Pen. The opposite is true. In fact, I seek you out at every social assembly because I know you will lift my spirits and make me see the world in ways I could not have imagined. I should like to see your skills as they are first.
But I have none. Your eyes. A most remarkable shade of blue. Yet somehow they shine even brighter when you are kind.
If a husband is what you see, let me help you. I will always look after you, Penelope. Pen. Pen. Wait. Penelope. I had to see how you were. Are we not friends?
Good evening.
Do you remember when we first met? I was riding my horse, minding my own business, when I was assaulted by a devilishly yellow head covering.
It was not my fault. The wind blew it clean off my head.
Oh, wind or not, you certainly seemed pleased when I landed in the mud.
I apologize.
Yes, and you were so very charming about it, teasing me, mercilessly in fact. And I think I know why.
Shall I pretend to flirt with the imaginary jealous?
No, with the dashing suitor you just met by the refreshments. Me.
You?
I'm the perfect person to practice on. You don't have to be embarrassed, you know me.
That's exactly why I will feel even more embarrassed, because I know you. Friends. Could I ask you something?
Of course. You're special to me.
As are you. To me.
Courage is within us all.
Would you kiss me?
As long as we are honest with ourselves and about our feelings, it is possible to do anything.
Please.
And I apologize.
But I apologize for asking.
I do not apologize.
You apologize?
Yes, but Yes. Pen, I've not been able to sleep. Not been able to eat. I can barely speak these days. My entire thoughts consumed by
What?
our kiss. Are you?
Yes, I hear Penelope may be getting a proposal tonight.
He didn't know how he hadn't noticed it all these years. Was the world populated with blind men or merely stupid ones?
You cannot marry that man. He will leave you, and he is too particular, and he is just not right for you, Ben.
He did not propose. In fact, he rejected me because of you. Because the scene you caused led him to believe you had feelings for me. An idea so preposterous, I do not know what to do besides laugh. Will you please let us ride home in silence and leave me alone?
I cannot.
Please!
I cannot. Because what if I did have feelings for you? But I thought you believed the best foundation for great love was friendship.
Indeed, I do. It is how your father and I began. But it is rare to begin as friends and for both parties to then feel more.
And how did you and father know it was reciprocated?
Because he gathered the courage to ask.
You can always tell when a suitor is serious about courtship just by how he looks when a young lady dances with another.
And I apologise for not coming to see you earlier.
Oh, it is for the better that you did not.
Is it?
Isn't it?
It is.
Colin. We cannot continue our lessons.
Oh. I agree.
Good. Finally free from your admirers.
She was beautiful. Utterly, completely, soul-stirringly beautiful.
Are you well?
I have spent so long trying to feel less, trying to be the kind of man society expects me to be. And for a moment, I thought I had succeeded. But these past few weeks have been full of confounding feelings. Feelings like a total inability to stop thinking about you. About that kiss.
Thank you.
You are a lady, and I must maintain your honor and mine. So, you compromise this young lady? Certainly not. I'm a gentleman.
Well, I wish very much for your happiness.
If I secure a proposal, it will be because of you.
Feelings like dreaming of you when I'm asleep, and in fact, preferring sleep because that is where I might find you. A feeling that is like torture, but one which I cannot, will not, do not want to give up.
Please. Do not say things you do not mean.
I do mean. It is everything I have wanted to say to you for weeks.
Colin, we are friends.
Yes, maybe. Forgive me. I do not know what I was thinking.
But I'd very much like to be more than friends. So much more.
You're coming with me?
What? Your family will see me.
For God's sake, Penelope Featherington, are you going to marry me or not? This is to be our home. You are the cleverest, bravest woman I've ever known.
Oh, Colin is beautiful.
And yet still only half as beautiful as you.
Do you not remember how the Bridgertons treated us like dogs when Marina's scheme was uncovered? And now you've been out till all hours of the night with no chaperone. And then you traipse in this morning with news of an engagement to the very same Bridgerton boy, using Lord knows what wiles to entrap him.
Excuse me.
Mr. Bridgerton is here. Mr. Bridgerton, what an unexpected delight.
I will not be staying long. But since we are all speaking so freely...
That was not meant for your ears.
I am still speaking. Your daughter did not entrap me. I proposed to her out of love, nothing less. And were you not so narrowly concerned over your own standing, you might see that Penelope is the most eligible amongst you. In the future, I advise you not to sully our Bridgerton name by suggesting otherwise.
My goodness. You do not realise how much that meant to me. What you said to my mother. No one has ever stood up for me like that.
I will always stand up for you. Yes. You are mine now. Because I love you. Pen.
Are you sure? Well, there is something I must tell you.
Have any idea who she might be?
I do not. But trust me, if I ever find out, I will make sure it is her life that is ruined.
Colin.
You are Lady Whistledown. I was worried about you, terrified that your carriage driver had abducted you to this part of town, when in truth, you knew exactly what you were doing because it was you who printed tonight.
It's not print tonight's edition.
Oh, but every other one.
You and Penelope have been close for years.
Well, yes, but is it not you who has been Lady Whistledown all along? I'm no longer sure I truly know her. All of the lies you have told me. I know there is something you have been meaning to tell me. Oh, what did you wish to tell me? What is it?
I need to tell you something.
Pen.
Nothing.
All of the things you have written about me and my family.
Look, please.
I knew something was wrong.
Every one of us has secrets, or have made mistakes once or twice in our lives.
I blamed myself as if I was undeserving of your love, but you are the one that is at fault. What are you doing out here? No, in fact, do not answer that. It is clear I found you in the midst of some secret dealings. I do not wish to know.
I have loved you since the moment we met. And what secret dealings have I found you in the midst of? All alone the night before our wedding?
What right do you have to ask me that? After all the secrets you have kept, all of the things you have written over the years, all of the damage you have done.
You're right. I have always loved you, Colin.
I will never forgive you.
You cannot let one mistake define your entire relationship.
You agreed to call off the wedding.
I am a man of honor. And we were intimate. Perhaps that was another part of your planned entrapment.
I did not mean to entrap you, Colin. I love you.
Are you going to stop publishing?
I do not know.
I cannot accept that.
Colin, it is our wedding night.
Let us get through this wedding, and then we will decide what this marriage will be. I shall sleep on the sofa tonight. I will find our carriage.
I realise how much damage I have done, and I am so sorry for it.
What were you thinking when you wrote about Eloise?
I was trying to protect her. I realise now how misguided I was.
And when you wrote about Miss Thompson? Exposing her, as you did, ruining her.
I thought I was protecting you.
Then you should have told me to my face.
I know.
I am off to Bridgerton House for breakfast.
But my mother is coming.
I'll give you and your mother some privacy.
You do not have to leave.
I wish to. Or do you not respect me enough? It is clear you do not, after what you have written about me this year. But I hardly know myself. What were you thinking then?
I was thinking that I simply wanted the Colin I know back. Not this stoic man you returned as, acting as if you care for no one and need nothing. It's you. Kind and feeling, occasionally excitable, good-hearted man who I love. I should have told you myself there are so many things I should have done myself, and now with the confidence you have helped me find this year, I'm finally able to.
So then you do not need Whistledown anymore?
I do not need to hide behind Whistledown anymore, but I am not saying there is not any value in it.
Do you know what is most humiliating? I let you talk so much about my journal as if I were to be this great writer, when all this time you have been a published writer, renowned across Mayfair.
Colin, I meant everything I said about your writing.
You're putting yourself in danger being out here tonight, and you've been putting yourself in danger living this double life all along.
I have been careful.
You have been foolish.
Colin, I can take care of myself.
Then what good am I to you?
Colin, I love you! I will not let my lies spread any further than they already have.
Then how am I meant to help you?
By loving me. Could we... I love you. Could we get away from here? I have spent so long clinging to walls like this. I do not wish to do that any longer.
Where do you propose we go?
You've given me so much already. You've taught me to hold my own. You have shown me I'm capable of pleasure beyond imagination, but it is not what you do for me that makes me love you. It is your kindness, your empathy, how much you care. Just being you is enough, Colin. I do not need you to save me. I just need you to stand by me, to hold me, to kiss me.
I want very much to do those things.
What is it that restrains you?
I do not know.
Perhaps to the centre.
It is a wedding breakfast. The sun is still out.
I realise that. But I should like to dance with my husband in the light of day.
There will always be something between us.
I know. Perhaps that is the key.
What are you saying?
There is something I left out of that letter. But I would not object to an annulment if you requested one. I do not wish for any harm to come to you or your family as a result of today.
You're so beautiful. The Queen herself has accepted you.
For now. As must everyone else publicly, but Whistledown has upset many who will not soon forget. The future may not hold such happy days.
And ever since I found out you were Whistledown, I have done everything I can to try to separate you from her. But the other day, I went back and read all of the letters you have sent me. Your letters have always been the ones I'm most eager to read, and I realized you are her. I, Colin Bridgerton, take thee, Penelope Featherington, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold.
I, Penelope Featherington, take thee, Colin Bridgerton, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold.
With this ring, I thee wed.
With my body, I thee worship.
And by the joining of hands, I now pronounce that they be man and wife together.
You have always had one voice. There is no separating you from Whistledown. And after seeing you speak today, well, I would not want to. Because forgive me, but that was bloody brilliant. I think in truth, I have been envious of you, of your success, of your bravery. And now I simply cannot believe that a woman with such bravery loves me. How lucky I am to stand by your side and soak up even a little bit of your light. If my only purpose in life is to love a woman as great as you, then I will be a very fulfilled man indeed.
I love you. You're a very good man, Mr. Bridgerton.
love you.